Ladies and gentlemen, they, thems, and everybody in between, welcome to the most fabulous night of the entire year, the Colorado Drag Royale. This isn't just any other drag competition. It's a celebration of uniqueness, talent, diversity, and of course, regality. Our contestants tonight are competing for an incredible prize package that is going to leave you gagging, because of course, it's sickening! First up, our winner will receive a $2,000 prize in cash and the title of Colorado's next drag monarch. But that is just the beginning. They're also going to receive a stunning custom crown and scepter fit for a true monarch. Thanks to Catacomb Cosmetics, our winner will never run out of makeup again with a generous supply of their top-notch products. But wait, there is more. A $500 tattoo certificate provided by Inked by Haley will allow our champions to commemorate their victory in style. They'll also receive a custom outfit provided by Psych by Amias, so they can slay every runway. And to top it all off, they're going to receive a professional photo shoot provided by the talents of Brian Degenfelder to capture their winning in all of its glory. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be dazzled by the fiercest drag competition that Colorado has ever seen. Let the Colorado Drag Royale begin.
It's a new day, it's roast week. I'm feeling pretty good about roast week, but I have a feeling that Minerva's gonna be pulling some shit today because this week was very calm and I'm scared.
I am feeling so good after last week. I won, I took a nap, and now I feel better.
I'm wearing a wig today. Y'all better be happy. I don't do that often.
My approach to this week is immunity potion.
I'm like literally scabbed and bruised the fuck up from my lip syncs. Also, that stage was so loud when I hit. I said, boom! And I was like, I thought I broke the stage for a second. I beat lasagna in a lip sync and all I got was this crummy scab.
It's weird, it's odd, it's misshapen. And I'm not talking about the dress. And I'm not talking about the dress. I might need to do a little bit of damage control this week because last week I did have a little bit of a melt. a little bit of a break. Roll tapes. We all work 40 fucking hours a week to bring you a show at a bar that doesn't fucking tip us. And I walked in untucked. I said, fuck this bitch, fuck that bitch, fuck this hoe till the condom slip. Went into my confessionals being like, maybe I should do some damage control, try to explain myself a little bit more eloquently, and then I tripled down. I think my exact words were, I'm gonna kill Betty.
Liz is gone, which is sad. My auntie Liz has finally left the building. Thank fucking God.
Finally.
That bitch wouldn't shut up. No, it was really nice because she got to leave right before the roast, so I got all her jokes. I'm the only Northern Colorado left, and everybody thinks I'm FOCO because apparently we in Greeley can't do anything. But you know, I have shows. They just work for other people.
Jewdy loves to talk off camera. Jewdy loves to talk off camera. That bitch had a lot to say about me in the press.
I do think I was robbed though, not gonna lie. Because my wig stayed on.
But every time she comes up to me, she says, oh, sister, how are you doing? How are you feeling? So I want to know what she's saying in these goddamn interviews because she ain't saying it to us.
There's a lot of people in Denver who like to say you have to leave Northern Colorado to be successful. You don't. You just have to be good. Because I'm doing just fine.
I was ready to play nice, but the quickest way to piss me off is to have more than one face.
No earrings on?
No earrings on?
Minerva's on. You look like Minerva!
Exactly.
I heard through the grapevine that there were talks among the judges
Of a double elimination.
Yeah, how do you feel about that, sister?
I kind of was just like, okay, they want another gag off of me, shocker. They want the clicks, they want the views later in the season because none of the other girls can give it to them.
What are those fucking, the oatmeal guy, what are they called?
I don't know.
Not Puritans, Quakers. Like, the Quakers of Denver drag are really out to get me, Betty and Captain. I was talking to Minerva was like, well, actually, I was the one I was the one who wanted that double elimination. But Raquel C. Shell told me otherwise. And one is a habitual liar, and the other is Raquel C. Shell. So I'm just going to trust that what Raquel told me was the truth.
I think if they were gonna do a double lip sync elimination, they should have done it a while ago.
Oh yeah.
They should have done it week 2.
Name
when
names
each
loud.
of them knew the fucking word.
Can somebody bring a calculator every time we're going to like some way, shape, or form bring up Olympia? Can we have a calculator?
So, who wants to talk about Olympia's elimination?
You said impersonation, Olympia's quaking in her boots. I hope this never ends up on television. I hope this never makes it on television.
They're giving us 5 minutes for the roast, which is very generous.
No, they wanted to give us 3.
They wanted to give us 3, which is very generous of Minerva, because I usually don't like to even give her a moment of my time.
I would like the trolls online at home to go find this 3-minute roast Minerva did that was so good.
She was yelling at me over the phone about, oh, I can do a roast in 3 minutes, and it was hilarious. You know, the comedy queen Minerva.
I appreciate the fact that we have collectively decided Minerva's the villain of the season.
Oh no, Minerva!
Welcome to the roast of the Colorado Drag Royale.
The roast of Minerva.
Before we get started with the roast today, we have a extra special little challenge for you guys for today. So go ahead and put whatever you are working on down and come and follow me.
Oh no, we're going outside!
Let's
No
go.
problem, bitch. Not a me problem. You know, walk behind me.
Just give them the prompt real quick.
You look very masculine.
We are lined up outside in the middle of the fucking alley. Minerva probably wants us to like cut off a toe or something.
She picks the one day that I wear a fucking train to fucking take us to Narnia. What the fuck?
Okay, hi everybody. So here's what we're going to be doing today for your mini challenge. I know that none of you had any idea that we were doing this, but we love the artist surprise. As last week, Miss Liza With A D was the challenge winner. Congratulations. Boo! You are going to be our official lovely mini challenge director today.
It's always her.
Oh no.
Come over here with me.
Me?
Yep.
Ow, it burned. I didn't expect to get touched this week.
So what we're going to be doing today is that you're going to be taking your contestants, you're going to put them in order from who you think is your most competition to who's your least.
I love Liza. I've always loved Liza. In fact, I've been happy she's won every mini challenge.
So,
Notice Minerva didn't say biggest.
go ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and let you move them in the order you think that they are. We'll have most over here, least over here.
We'll tell you, just be
God.
honest.
Oh, God, I hate this.
Do you?
I feel like Minerva is picking on me, specifically. I don't know why. Maybe it's because she just sees me as somebody who's special, which is valid.
Liza's seen me do a roast before and was laughing throughout it, so I was like, okay, Liza's gonna put me somewhere good.
I'm gonna switch.
I'm like, are you gonna touch me? Liza has a very light hand. She's like, go there. And I'm like, no, you have to, like, where do you want me to stand? Great.
Jewdy being ahead of me was a choice. I'm not offended, but I'm offended.
She didn't move me because she can't.
I can't move her. I got
Liza puts me like towards the bottom, and I was like, okay, that's my sister. Sister. I think she was being honest, which I have to respect, but you know, I want to prove her wrong.
So, is this going to be your final answer of who you believe is your most competition, who is your least competition?
Yes.
Okay, and then where do you see yourself in this list?
Minerva thinks she's slick. Minerva, you're not slick. You're about as slick as the hairs on those chins right there. I know exactly what's going on here, and I know exactly where I want to go.
She's a smart bitch. She knows what's going
exactly what's
Is that your final answer?
I mean, yes.
So you see yourself as no competition to anybody?
Well, I think I bring my own things here, and I think that I'm no competition to anybody because I have my own things going on. Girl, she knows what's going on.
Thank you, National Comedy Queen.
I'm too clever for you, bitch. You're not stupid.
With this list, this is going to be tonight's show order.
Oh my god! What a shocker!
So I have chosen the lineup every single time, and let me tell you, it has not been easy.
First opening up our show tonight is going to be Miss Fupa, followed by Jewdy, Gucci,
As it should.
Viridian, Marijuana, Lusional, and Liza With A D will close out tonight's show.
Period.
So in other words, Fupa and I will be robbed because we have no audience. Don't know if she really thinks I'm her competition, but from the way she, consistently likes to put me as the front of the show, seems like it.
I know that Liza didn't immediately know that it was going to be like the lineup. I just would like to be at the beginning.
I'm okay with it because I'm going after Gucci. Yay.
With that, then that means that Fupa, you're going to actually fully open the show and you're going to have some hosting responsibilities. And since you were closing the show, you're also going to have hosting responsibilities to close the show. You're going to make sure that it runs smoothly and you're going to make sure that it's going to be all concise and put into a tight, nice, little beautiful bow.
Going first in a roast is the move. So you get first crack at all of the jokes and you're introducing the show. So if you have jokes that are maybe not as funny as you'd like them to be, as long as you have energy, you can get away with a lot. Thank you, Liza.
I wanted to go third. I feel like it's just forgettable enough if I do badly.
So, with that, now you guys are welcome to go ahead and go back into your lovely little dressing room. But I'm going to start with Miss Fupa, and you're going to stay with me. Okay?
Yay, I'm so excited! Surprise is gonna be, I hope it's a burger. Ah! It is a burger! Ah!
A skinny burger.
It's felony misdemeanor, bitch. She is there and she's looking so good. She's looking honestly very trade.
Oh, no, I'm afraid you're in all white.
Yeah, don't touch me.
And I'm a disaster. How are you?
Great, how are you today?
Constipated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to hear some of my jokes?
I do. I do.
I'm really
I love
excited.
jokes. And I'm really high, so if they're good, then you'll know.
Yes. Betty recently took a vow of celibacy. Her cousin is out of town. Okay.
So funny. Funny or not? Not funny. Not funny.
That needs more. That needs a little more.
At this point, I've written what I've written. I believe in what I've written. So I'm ready to just go with what I know.
Oh my god, hello!
Hi, was that real or was that fake?
I knew damn well that it was going to be somebody waiting to talk to me about the rose. I love Felony. I haven't seen her in a long time, and it's nice to get and just chat with her. She looks so good. She always looks good, though. It's Brittany Blaze's mannequin, Gucci Blaze. She has Brittany working so hard, she's jealous of those Sheen factory workers. But then again, she'd be making clothes for lasagna, so maybe this is the better pick.
I'm into that.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the length of it.
Liza, do you want to explain the order that you gave?
I gave the order that I gave based off of how I think everybody has been doing in the competition and based how I think people may do tonight. But I have no idea. I don't know though.
I did not like putting my stone sister in the bottom, but also they have been struggling.
But here's the thing, I haven't heard practically any of you all speak on the mic. The only people that I've heard
strong about tonight?
I would have liked to go earlier in the set.
So, mischievously, I set up a trap. I posted on Facebook last week. I said, I think I might wear green to the Royale next week. Because I knew these girls would be like, oh, this bitch is gonna wear green, let me make green jokes. Boom, I pop out in no green. You've been bamboozled. You've been fooled by Viridian.
Oh my
Hi, how are ya?
I know this one.
How are you?
Baby.
Felony Misdemeanor is an icon. She is the moment. Felony is actually considered honorary Drag Race royalty because if you go back to a lot of the finales, you can find Felony in the majority of the finales. And she's done a lot of red carpet interviews with the majority of the early Rue girls. And she was one of the pioneers of this community and obviously started the iconic Misdemeanor family, which is very, very close in tandem with the Blaze family. Love Fel. Love Fel. Love Pink. One that I'm a little iffy on is Del, I'd read you, but I don't think there's anything I could say that this season's panel of judges and last season's panel of judges haven't said already.
For some reason, I don't know, when you said I'd read you, something about Braille came into mind.
Braille.
Yeah.
You like Braille.
I swear to God, if this is like advice on our roast, I'm gonna be pissed.
I think it is. I don't know who's doing it.
I think it is, and I'm gonna be fucking annoyed because
It's
why
like
the
not
hell
even
would
helpful
you-
last week.
Yeah, why couldn't we have done this like while we were all just sitting around getting drunk? I already wrote this shit. It's already in the Bible.
That's a good idea.
Hey.
Hello,
How are you? Look at this.
Alrighty,
So you got some jokes. Oh, and you smell good too. You're the only one that smells good so far.
It's like, it's the most important part about being a lady.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
It's the first part, looking good is smelling good.
So you can already tell the other ones that they smell like shit.
And that's funny because that's kind of where I wanted to lead with my first funny joke.
Okay.
Actually, Fupa looks like she constantly has diarrhea, but doesn't know how to spell it.
I'll be honest with you. She's constipated. She told me she's constipated.
That might be an issue then.
You gotta have killer jokes for then remember.
Understood.
And I'll be honest, I probably won't remember those after the next person.
Minerva was just like, make it brief. So I said like literally subsections of the joke, and then she was just like, I mean, it needs to be longer. And I was just like, damn. I guess I should have said more than one joke, but Minerva wanted more than one joke. I gotta learn to stop taking Minerva's advice.
This is my problem. We're lesbians. We're like, oh, look at you two.
Oh, you kids look freaky.
It's if they did Chicago, but at an old folks' home.
Stop preaching with the Bible. Get out of my
I'm gonna start reading.
Get out of my face.
You know, Liza's going for church, and Lord knows she needs it. So I guess we'll see how that goes.
All right. Minerva is the creator and producer of the show. She has been turning the looks. She's given us Queen of Hearts in a neck brace, rabbit roadkill but make it cunty, and my personal favorite, the love child of the Babadook and Edna Mode.
I like that because you went on and went on well, and you also went after the Minerva.
Yeah.
After the Minerva. Did you laminate your jokes?
I did because I didn't want anything to spill on it. Then I would like have a whole panic attack about not being able to read it. And,
I would roast you on that.
That's fair. I'm a Virgo. What can I say?
Okay, so fuck, marry, kill. The cast. Go.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of
dishes.
You have to like.
We need more options.
I'm very kill the judges.
I'm fucking Captain. I'm marrying Betty and I'm killing Minerva.
I think that's the.
Yeah, that's definitely the
This
option.
isn't entertaining when we all know the answers.
Yeah.
Let's do the
Betty
eliminated
has her
people.
shit together.
Of the people who have been eliminated,
There's more than
fuck,
three.
marry, kill.
First,
Who cares?
When I play this game, I am given 3 individuals.
Oh my god. Just pick 3 people.
I don't make decisions.
No, exactly.
I would marry Diney.
Correct.
Sure.
Yes.
I would kill Vagina for the bit. And I'd probably fuck Lestrange. Okay, Liza, what about you?
Okay, okay, let's see.
Kill them all!
I'd marry Liz because I think her funny. I would.
You do?
Funny, love you. I'd probably fuck Lestrange.
Yeah.
And then I would kill Diane. She's too pretty.
I would marry Heidi because I mean that's just like a beauty that's just not like a one night stand beauty.
Yeah.
That's like an admired forever beauty. I would kill
Drink that,
Liz
right?
because I did it last week, so why not again? And fuck, I guess it would also be Lestrange.
Not Lestrange being the most. Why is Lestrange
The trade of the season.
Kill Lasagna for saying my name.
Hey, at least you got a shout out.
I did. I got 3 of them. Mary, Deity, and Fuck Lestrange. Yeah.
Everyone's ever fucking a strange.
Girl, what are you talking about?
I think it's the mystery. You know, she was only here for 1 day, so everyone's like, I want to know more.
How are you? She's like, who the fuck is this?
Viridian contributes to this community in many ways. For example, if her bucktooth sees a shadow, we get 2 more weeks of pride.
I like that one.
I feel
think
like-
that's my favorite of the night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm from the school of drag where if you're not going to corset, you better pad. And if you're not going to pad, you better corset. And if you're not going to do either, you better have an outfit on that compensates for it all.
Thank you.
Do something to your body. Do something to your body. This is a PSA for the twinks.
Oh, yeah. Liza from Timu. I love it.
Oh yeah. Wait a second. I can't tell who this is. Like I know this person. They're definitely some drag queen, but I've never seen this drag queen out of drag before. So I'm like, felony misdemeanor. Oh my god. She is honestly one of the reasons why I moved here. When we came and visited, we saw her in a show, and I thought she was amazing.
Juicy Misdemeanor is here tonight, and I honestly don't know how to roast her. I mean, I think she's gorgeous, she's talented. I don't think she has a single flaw. Oh, wait, never mind. Hi, Captain!
That's great.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is like the delivery.
Oh, yeah.
And making sure
the
it's
delivery.
right.
Yeah.
Do you have drag children? Do I have drag children? No, and I will never have drag children. You do. What do you look for in children? What does it take to be in the house of one?
Well, it's changed over the years.
It definitely has.
So when I first started adopting kids, it was more like, these people need help, and let me try and, do what I can to be a mentor. But now it's more of like, I look at like the way you show up outside of the stage as well, which is very important to me and my brand.
See, that's one of the reasons I don't ever want to have drag children, because I think managing myself is tough enough.
I have a drag child.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a drag king son.
Oh, yeah, that you abandoned in Oklahoma.
So Liza is a terrible mother.
Yes, I do have a drag baby. I feel bad leaving him back in Oklahoma, but he got swept away in a tornado.
Duke of Flowers. Shout out, follow Duke of Flowers. He's great. My son.
You can follow her. Don't let him move here.
Mommy, you're so proud of you.
It was pretty chill backstage. I think everyone is so tired to the point that we're just going.
Please make some noise for our lovely judges in no particular order. It's Betty Swallows All Night. Make some noise for Captain Innerpants. And then our extra special guest judge this week, she is an incredible Denver icon, and she is an amazing and talented artist. Make some noise, it's Juicy Misdemeanor! Yes, Miss Colorado Snow Queen at Large 2024, going to go compete for Nationals of Miss National Snow Queen at Large. Yes, make some noise one more time for Miss Juicy.
Voted second best dance company in Colorado Springs, Stripped prides itself on being an authentically inclusive and a safe space for both performers and audience members, focusing on body positivity, being BIPOC inclusive, and above all, unapologetically queer. Catch them every third Saturday at Friskies in Colorado Springs. Stripped. Avaldes Production is an official sponsor of the Colorado Drag Royale.
So far, everybody in this competition has been very, very nice, but tonight, the gloves are coming off.
That fucking headpiece, and she put on those gloves with those fucking flower fingers. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Like.
Sorry, I forgot I had a glove reveal. Wait your turn, bitch.
Being on the mic is just where I'm at home. Like, I love all facets of drag, but like, if it's between going out there and doing a little boot scoop and just giving me the mic, baby, pass me that mic, put a condom on it so I don't get a sickness from some of these other nasty bitches, and let me go.
First of all, I want to say thank you so much for having me tonight. I am so honored to be surrounded by such legends in the Colorado drag sewer system. Yeah, this cast clearly cares a lot about recycling, though. As you will hear tonight, most of the fat jokes that were made for me were written for lasagna. And I know because I wrote most of them. Minerva and her Oompa Loompas are here. Everybody make some noise for them. That's right. Between our 3 resident judges, they have several titles probably. And I bet Betty got what they have at a great discount, bitch. Starting with God herself, because I respect pronouns, Menorah. Throughout this competition, people have called you an evil, big-nosed bitch with bad taste and smelly tights. And that's just on my notes app, so I can't wait to see what Colorado Springs is saying about you on Facebook, bitch. Now, before I get to the cast, I do want to preface by saying that we all spoke prior to tonight, correct? We wanted to make sure that there were no jokes that were off the table. Nobody is safe. Except for Jewdy, but that's just kind of like her thing at this point. Out of drag, Jewdy is trying to sell you popcorn to support her local Boy Scout troop. The only difference is that she's getting significantly less sexual attention than the average Boy Scout. Boy Scout troop leader Mario Wana is here, everybody! Yes, little known fact about Mario, he's actually a very talented singer. Little known because it's not true. Chef Boyardee over here thinks they could sing You Believe God is disappointed, bitch. Fucking disappointed. Speaking of disappointing, Gucci What's-Her-Face? Yes. Gucky recently competed for the title of Miss Colorado Snow Queen and now holds the distinguished title of Contestants. Liza with a D, everybody, and the D stands for drinking problem. Yeah, she is really leaving her mark on the competition. It's a skid mark, but it is a mark nonetheless. And who could forget about Lusional? Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Where was? Yes, Viridian. Viridian has so many social media followers, and that's because she's a smart bitch, okay? She buys in bulk. That's my time, everybody! Make some noise for me! Yes. Looking at this lineup, I can tell you this is a great time to get a refresh on your cocktail, take a bathroom break, or just go home.
I've really outdone myself this week, bitch.
Hold on, let me get a little more comfortable. Maybe into something Minerva recognizes better. That better for you, Hamburglar? Well, for those of you who don't know me, number 1, I'm not going to go on for 24 minutes. Number 2, my name is Miss Jewdy, emphasis on the Jew, so I only shop on sale and I'm quite judgmental. I wanted to make sure that my jokes were original, and I wanted to make sure that my jokes were, it was a group effort, I gotta say, thanks, Lasagna. Fupa is an acronym, if you didn't know, it stands for Fat Ugly Person. Ah! I'm not fat-phobic, I promise. I'm just deeply terrified of giants, and she told me herself her pronouns were fee, fi, fo, fo. And you know, where there's a giant, there's a beanstalk. It's Viridian! She is still here. I won't do Viridian too dirty, though. After all, she is a beauty influencer. In the same sense that Vagina Quartz is a drag queen. It's all very loose. Now, Liza is known for her fierce makeup skills like that blue eyeshadow, or that other turquoise eyeshadow, or that time she stuck her head in a bag of flour and called it SFX makeup.
I hate to say it because, Fupa is my friend and in my alliance and stuff, but I kind of think Jewdy did better than her.
It's Brittany Blaze's mannequin, everybody. Gucci Blaze! Gucci has Brittany working so hard, she's jealous of those Sheen factory workers. Who's left? Oh, that's right, Jigsaw. While we're on the topic of Minerva, she also loves to talk about how she's Puerto Rican. And since we're just making things up about ourselves, I'm Puerto Rican! You're Puerto Rican! You know what, everybody? We're all Puerto Rican. Thank you! Have a good night. My next guest, I don't think is Puerto Rican. I don't know. It's Gucci Blaze!
I think it went great. I thought I handled it really well considering I was memorized and didn't really need to look at my notes.
I have an immunity potion tonight, so I'm about to be a cunt. Let's get this roasted cooking. To be honest, Minerva, when I sat down to think of roast for you, the only thing that came to my head was this image. So I just decided to share it with all of you today. So please, pass these along. Take them, pass them on. Thank you. Yes, take some, pass them on. Make sure Minerva gets one, please, because the only one who is as good at roasting Minerva is herself. In all seriousness, Minerva, I do love you. And I love being judged by a woman that has never glued on a nail or an earring in her 27 years of drag. But let's move on to your contestants this evening. Everyone give it up for your contestants this evening. Come on, round of applause. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and start off by discussing a topic I hoped I would never have to discuss again. Colorado Springs. No, please, hold your oohs and your ahs. They don't deserve those either. I'm actually a Colorado Springs native, both born and raised. I actually spent the majority of my life trying to escape Colorado Springs, and now that you've seen Mario Juana's drag, I think you can see why. But on to Colorado Springs' next parasite, Delusional! Give it up for Delusion. The only thing getting you through this motherfucking competition, huh, Del? To be determined.
There are certain people that I love them purely just because they're a fucking bitch. And Gucci is one of those people, and she can't really translate that. And I love that. It's so funny. My favorite part was she would keep, after every joke, she would go like this. She would go... Oh. It was my favorite part of her set, truly.
But let's move on to Fort Collins, bitches. Foco, are you still here? Oh, Jewdy. We're gonna classify her as that because that's as close as we get to Greeley. To be honest, from what I'm seeing here, Jude, it doesn't look like I have a lot written down for you here. I guess I must be like the judges of this competition and overlooked you this week. Viridian honestly has one of my favorite mugs in all of Denver, but that makes sense because you have to make sure the focus is up here to distract from what's going on down there. Because let's be honest, the only thing whiter than Viridian's foundation shade are her dance skills. Thank you, everyone. That is my time. Thank you all for being a fabulous audience this evening. Tip your bartenders. And I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic to the Jolly Green Giant of Denver, Viridian! I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was stellar, but I thought it was fine. But then I walked up to everyone and asked, and they were like, "Oh, don't worry, girl, you have your immunity." I said, "So you think it was bad? Just say that you thought it was bad."
Wow, that was something. Listen, I feel like we could have made more noise for me, so we're gonna go ahead and try this again. When I introduce myself, I want you guys to scream boo as loudly as possible. Okay, so, hi guys, it's Viridian! Perfect, now you guys know exactly what to say after Mario's set. Speaking of disappointments, we have Liza here. And listen,
She has the body of Shrek and the face of a Waffle House employee. And speaking of Shrek, I really want to thank Miss Trunchbull, Fupa, for being here today. Fupa's drag looks like a side effect of medication. Fupa looks like she constantly has diarrhea, but doesn't know how to spell it. No, but seriously, Fupa's gorgeous. Make some noise if you think Fupa's gorgeous. Now we know who's been drinking tonight. Speaking of inebriated sluts, Mario Juana is here. I love Mario. I love everything Mario represents, down to the springs. I don't want to say anything bad. I feel the red dot above my head.
Delusional is trans, and we love that for them. For example, Delusional looks like if a GameStop was transitioning to a Hot Topic. Della's so emo, they get jealous when their phone dies.
Viridian strayed away from like the I'm doing bad in the competition jokes and made emo jokes, and I love that.
Gucci is what happens when you let your baby hotbox in the womb. Jewdy is a Broadway diva. We know this for a fact. She sees herself as Glinda the Good Witch. In reality, she's Munchkin number 3.
Bitches are calling me a theater girl. I have not done anything based in musical theater, which is so crazy. So, mind your P's and Q's.
Betty Swallows All Night is here! Hey Betty, how are we doing? Listen, she's been really milking this whole favoritism thing. Really milking it. She owes Olympia everything. This is the first time she's been relevant in so long. Minerva out of drag looks like she's responsible for the last Amber Alert. Minerva is so young, but looks so old. I guess you could call her a late bloomer?
Everybody's roast seemed pretty PG, you know, everybody was like, you're bad at drag, na 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 na, boo 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 boo, and then I'm like, Minerva, you're a pedophile. Like,
alright, that's the end of my set. If you liked my set, my name's Viridian. If you didn't like my set, my name is still Viridian, and fuck you! I hope this never makes it to television.
Viridian had great jokes. It was the delivery that was the problem.
Welcome to Faux Pas Drag Race. Thank you all so much for coming to see me, Marijuana. We are all gathered here today for a roast. No, girls, not that kind. We're not eating tonight. Please give it up for our judges this evening. Minerva is the creator and producer of this show, and she has been turning the looks. She served us Queen of Hearts in a neck brace, White Rabbit roadkill, but make it cunty, and my personal favorite, the love child of the Babadook and Edna Mode. This show is the culmination of so much hard work, tenacity, dedication, and determination. It just goes to show you that sometimes being rejected from the real thing so many times can be the pathway to creating your own version. Trailblazer. My fellow competitors, it has been an honor to work with you all and get to know you. Lestrange, you remind me of the first weed I ever smoked. So long ago, I barely remember it happened. Olympia was here for the first 3 weeks. She served us reveals and impersonations, and she taught us how to choke and still get your name mentioned every episode. Lasagna, unfortunately, you were not able to make it all the way to the roast, which is probably a good thing because your tights have been trying to leave since week 1. Miss Jewdy, she's like a nice edible. She seems chill and innocent at first, but that bitch will fuck you up the minute you start talking shit.
I would have rather heard like 2 or 3 jokes for the people left in the competition and the judges than like only 1 joke for every person who's involved in the show.
Fupa, fupa, fupa. Girl, you like that nice lingering weed, that dank shit you can always smell when she's been in the room. Delusional. Ass too fat for Buc-ee's, but not fat enough to stay on Betty's favoritism list. Now, before I pass the mic, I need to clarify something. There have been vicious rumors going around that Della and I are the leaders of the Cult of the Springs, and I just want to say that if we were leading a cult, Dell would be able to afford better drag. Now, I would say this next entertainer needs no introduction, but I hardly believe she's real. Please give it up for Delusional!
I thought my set was really good. I was excited to kind of, you know, surprise people because I feel like everybody constantly underestimates me.
My name is Lusional, one of the winners of Betty Swallows All Night's favoritism competition. First, I want to say I'm glad we cleaned out the fridge last week. The lasagna was spoiled and needed to go. We're going to start this off with Fupa. I've always wanted to compete against two Danny DeVitos in a trench coat. Jewdy, you're my favorite cookie cutter queen. If you were a garment, you'd be a homecoming dress. If you were a piece of makeup, you'd be Carmex. And if Gucci weren't here, you'd be a front runner.
I liked Dell's cookie cutter one about me. That was funny.
Speaking of, everyone make some noise for Gucci Blaze! Gucci's been doing really well in this competition. I also really enjoyed her in the Denver Drag Olympics. My favorite part is when she went home. Next up, we have Darby. I mean, Liza with a D. Did you know that Liza's dating another drag performer? And can you believe she's the pretty one? Imagine what that other bitch looks like. We're gonna go on to Viridian. Viridian contributes to this community in many ways. For example, if her buck tooth sees a shadow, we get 2 more weeks of pride. Captain in her pants. If there's one thing I admire about you, it's your confidence. Not everyone can wear the same jock and heels and feel like they're qualified to tell us how to dress. And then last but not least, one last fuck you to Minerva. You know what you did. Thank you. I'm happy that I got some laughs, and I got some laughs. I'm happy about that, you know? I'm just so happy that it wasn't like dead silent the entire set.
Thank you all for joining us today at the sermon of the Colorado Drag Royale. It used to be called the Rare Royale because it was rare to find anybody in the audience. And being one of God's chosen people, I have decided to pray and read from the good book in order to cast out the evil spirits that plague this competition.
Liza didn't provide a trigger warning for disrupting my religious trauma, but she saved me last week, so.
Mario Juana's drag, I really love Mario's drag. I find it to be very groundbreaking. It's a shame that his drag is not tie-breaking, though. Am I right? Hey, it could be worse. Gucci's drag is screen-breaking. So, moving on to the book of Deuteronomy. What can I say about Del that hasn't already been written on every bathroom wall in Colorado Springs? Delusional looks like she eats pussy, but only if it's gluten-free. You know, Miss Jewdy is the only contestant from Greeley, Colorado, which means that if Minerva sends her home, we're gonna lose like 0% of the audience. Viridian told me she got tipped $5 whole during her lip sync last week. Yes, $1 for every word of the song she knew. That boy is a monster! So is that lip sync. All right, on to the biggest book of the Bible. Yeah, okay, I don't think anybody up here should have been making any jokes about Fupa's weight. Mostly because there's plenty of other things to make fun of her about, like being loud, annoying, smelly feet, fat. You know, they say you are what you eat, and Fupa is everything! Yeah, and I'm no doctor, but Fupa should die. Diet! I think a demon took control of me there for a second. And I guess that brings us to the high bitch herself, auditioning for the role of Jessica LaHore in some spooky eyeliner. It's Minerva! All right, I would now like to take this time to pray. If we could all please bow our heads. Lord, protect us from cloven-hooved demons who don't wear shoes. And lead us away from those who do not wear jewelry, for thy will not make it into the kingdom of Drag Race.
I would ask you not to send us, Lord, into hell, but it seems we are already here. Thank you so much. My name is Liza With A D. I have been your pastor this evening. If you have enjoyed my set, text Liza, Liza, to 342-336. Thank you, everybody, and have a lovely evening.
Oh, well, you know, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I think the audience loved it. The audience was laughing. They were lapping it up.
Placements of the Colorado Drag Royale. Before we do those placements, firstly, what? Bitch, what? I'm very confused. What is happening? I'm very confused. I don't know what's happening. I'm very confused. Oh, you're a fucking idiot. Oh my God. Who did that? How long has that been there? How long has that been there? So we're going to go ahead and move forward and get our placements to tonight's roast challenge. But before we start that, Gucci Blaze, will you please step forward for me? For those of you who do not know, episode 1 of our mini challenge, Ms. Gucci Blaze won the very first mini challenge, winning an immunity potion that she was able to use up until tonight. She can either give that immunity potion to someone else, which would be Gaggy, or she can save it for herself and use it tonight. So, with that, Miss Gucci Blaze, what is your decision with your immunity potion tonight?
Girl, I already been digested that immunity potion.
I'm just pretty.
Gulp, 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 bitch, drink it up.
Alright, Miss Gucci Blaze has opted to use her immunity potion, which means that Gucci Blaze, you are going to be safe and moving forward into next week's challenge.
I saved this potion specifically for this week because this was the week that I was feeling the most nervous about. And while I planned on using it, I am a little sad to know that I definitely had to use it. We just keep getting lower and lower.
That shifted around some of our placements for tonight. So, with that, whenever I call your name, contestants, please step forward. Miss Jewdy. Tonight, you are safe and will be moving forward to the next week of the Colorado Drag Royale.
Ooh, steam.
I don't want to sound ungrateful. I'm very happy to be in the competition for another week, but I'm really tired of getting safe, top two safe again, and still be overlooked. Funny, because that was the one thing they all said about me tonight, and then guess what, judges? It happened.
So the remaining contestants on stage tonight are going to be your tops and your bottoms for this week of the Colorado Drag Royale. We're going to start with Fupa. So for your critiques tonight, the judges across the board said that this week your look was fan-fucking-tastic.
This look is so many hours of work, you have no idea. There is over 200 yards of silk ribbon just on this garment. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of pearlback stones. This look this week is truly a labor of love.
For your critique, the one thing that the judges wanted to make sure that we do highlight if you ever do a roast again, make sure that your transition from the last person that you were roasting is the person that you were calling on. But overall, the roasting was very good, so good job tonight. Viridian, for your critiques tonight, the judges across the board said that your look was very, very beautiful. We love that you listened to the critique of the bigger hair because this bigger hair is very beautiful on you. For your critique tonight with your roast, we feel that you didn't necessarily make yourself a primary focus. You were shifting some of the focus with some of your jokes, and then they were reacting in a specific way that pulled the focus from you.
God forbid I do my job and make people laugh. God forbid the queens behind me are laughing. I will say, outside of my actual set, I do feel like 2 of the 3 judges have it out for me a little bit. The Salem Witch trial bitches might just want to get me.
Liza, the judges across the board said that this look was fan-fucking-tastic, and you are beautiful in this outfit. Well, we really appreciated that with your roast, you had callbacks throughout the number to the preacher, to being the person reading the Bible, and you made Bible jokes, which was very smart that you did it throughout the number. You didn't just start with it and then end with it. We really appreciated that. The critique that we wanted to give you was take a breath, slow down just a little bit, because I think the nerves were showing just a little bit, and you were speaking kind of fast. So it was the gay in you. You were speaking really quickly.
I think Fupa did really great. I think Liza did really great. The 3 of us are interchangeable. But considering their remarks were higher about their outfits when it was roast week, I think I could have been interchanged.
Marijuana! This is specifically coming from me. I'm so obsessed with this look. I love this outfit on you. It's very beautiful. I don't know if y'all can see this. There's a pink reflect in the jewelry that matches the pink on the shoes. That's a detail. For you, Mario, we said that you felt very, very comfortable on the microphone, but you didn't allow time for the joke to fully sit. It was like you said the joke and then you moved on to the next one. You had some funny jokes, but we weren't able to laugh at them because we were trying to keep up with you.
We had a time limit, and I wasn't sure if the laughing was going to be included in that, so I wanted to make sure I was able to get through all my jokes without going over.
Del, for you tonight, the judges across the board wanted to make sure that we told you to same critique that we were saying with Mario, slow down, because you were not only speaking fast, but you also didn't let the jokes sit for a full second. Whenever I call your name, please step forward. Liza with a D. Fupa. Tonight, you are the top 2 contestants of the roast week for the Drag Royale.
I think I should have been higher, ultimately. Like, I know I was 4th and kind of forced in bottom because Gucci was able to save herself, but I feel like I had a good pace the entire time. I don't feel like any of my jokes didn't hit.
You know, 3 weeks in a row of being in the bottom, I don't want to say it's overwhelming, but it definitely does get to you a little bit. I'm serving y'all mediocre on a plate, baby.
Normally what we do is that we ask the contestants to then go back so that they can pick the person that they want to save, but we're going to be making the decision live and in person.
God damn it, not this onstage bullshit again.
Del also told me that if they have to lip sync this song, they are going to win. And when they're looking me dead in the eyes saying this, I believe them.
Mario probably gave the best roast out of these 3. Del and Viridian are my House of Stone family. I'm in a tough position.
Tonight, the winner of the roast week for the Colorado Drag Royale is Fupa!
Bitch, I ate those bitches up. Oh my god, I ate those bitches up.
Fupa asked me if I thought she won tonight, and I was like, not that you did not eat down because you ate down and you look amazing, but I have a feeling that they're gonna eat your ass up for going overtime, but they didn't.
I feel like Fupa deserved to win. Fupa did incredible. I love Fupa, even though she wanted me to go home last week.
Congratulations, Liza. You are excused from the stage. Thank you so much.
God damn it. I'm sorry, God. Forgive me. Forgive me, Lord. Forehead, belly button, left nipple, right nipple.
Do you guys want to know who Fupa saved from the bottom 3? The person that Fupa has elected to save from the bottom 3 tonight is Viridian.
I may be doing mediocre this season, but y'all cannot talk about my social game. I don't care if I'm the fucking carcass that they're dragging on the side of the road. I'm still here another week. I looked over at the judges, specifically Captain and Betty, and I could tell they were plucked. And so I had to give them a little, a little finger snap moment, like, I see you guys, I see you guys.
Denver's going to pick Denver. Cut together how many times I've said that.
So I chose Mario, and I did that because I kind of think his roast was better.
May I please get Delusional and Mario Wana to the front of the stage, please?
Del and Mario in the bottom, you know you want to see that. You know you want it, and I'm gonna give it to you.
I think Fupa must be dead. I think that bitch hates my guts and she wants me dead. First she says I should go home, and then she goes, fuck you, Del, you're not getting saved.
Going into the show, I had a feeling that Del and I were going to be pinned up against each other at some point, just for the drama of it all.
I'm just hoping we put on the best lip sync on this competition.
Good luck, be safe, pay attention to your surroundings, and don't touch the fucking screen.
With the tights underneath, I got the breath of a last cigarette on my teeth. She's an actress, but she ain't got no need. She's got money from her parents in a trust fund back east. Tongues always pressed to your cheeks, while my tongue is on the inside of some other girl's teeth. You tell your boyfriend if he says he's got beef that I'm a vegetarian and I ain't fucking scared of him. She wants to touch me, she wants to love me, she'll never leave me, don't trust me.
I had a lot of fun during the lip sync. I love performing with Mario.
On the back of your hands, wash them in the bathroom to drink like the band. Bruises cover your arms, shaking in the fingers with the bottle in your palm. And the best is, no one knows who you are, just another girl alone at the bar. She wants to touch me, she wants to.
Del and Mario are doing this lip sync and they're like basically fucking. It kind of looks like a couple of virgins experimenting before they get to high school. They don't even think each other is attractive. They're just kind of like, well, we need to get some experience.
Shush, girl, shut your lips, do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. I said, shush, girl, shut your lips, do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. I said, shush, girl, shut your lips, do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips.
That was hot. That was hot. Let's be real. That was hot.
She wants to touch me, she wants to love me, she'll never leave me, don't trust her, never trust her, won't trust her, won't trust me. She wants to touch me, she wants to love me, she'll never leave me, don't trust her, never trust her, won't trust her, won't trust me.
We gave y'all a fucking show. Ain't no denying that.
There's a whole group of people right at the front being like, double save. And Portia DeMarco Douglas is there and I don't even think she believes it. She just likes to cause a riot.
So I've consulted with the judges, but the final decision is going to be mine to make. Tonight, the contestant that is going to be going home is Delusional. Everybody please make some noise for Delusional.
I am disappointed to see them go because they're basically my main motivation for even doing this competition.
Please make some noise for Mario Wana.
I'm happy for Mario. I'm really happy they won. I'm happy I never have to do this fucking competition again. I hope this never gets on television.
I would have loved to see Del send Mario home because who was going to bring Del up here when she sent her ride home?
Delusional. Everybody make some noise for your reigning congeniality of the Colorado Drag Royale. Del, is there anything that you would like to say?
I'm so tired. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna smoke a lot of weed and I'm gonna take a lukewarm bath.
One more time, everybody, please make some noise for your radiant congeniality, Lusional.
Dell is like one of my truest sisters in this competition. So seeing Dell go home was definitely sad. However, I didn't want to be the first House of Stone girl to go home, so yay!
Well, folks, this is the end of the line for Delusional in the Drag Royale. I had a lot of fun this week. I had a lot of fun in this competition. I got to do a lot of things that I wanted to do for a really long time, and I finally got to do it on the track stage, and I'm happy. You can follow me on Instagram at THEYRE_delusional with 2 L's. You can also follow me on TikTok with that same username. I'm also free to bookings, just let me know.
Mario and I are the only 2 non-Denver left in the competition, and it's starting to feel that way. Especially considering I'm consistently overlooked by Denver performers.
I'm very happy with what I'm presenting here. This competition is my opportunity to showcase myself to Colorado and be like, hello, I'm Liza With A D, and I am here, and I'm freaking amazing.
I'm gonna go into these next few weeks with thoughts and prayers, and by going to sleep every night listening to the lip sync songs. Because who knows what the fuck is gonna happen.
Next time on the Colorado Drag Royale.
We are giving you all of your supplies for next week's challenge.
I actually felt like this was one of the worst weeks. I don't trust the integrity of this competition anymore.
Why do I have to go several fucking times to the Quaker Oak twins to get fucking critiques from them?
Also, fuck you, Minerva!